So for this week, we are looking at the space and time effects of a couple different games. I chose to compare Only If and Another World. In Only If, the space, it was kind of a quiet feel. It seemed that the quietness made it a little bit eerie and kind of gave you a sense of wanting to get out of there quickly. It was also kind of a realistic as far as the graphics. The time, there was the clock ticking, and then there was also the radio voice telling you to hurry up and get the next task completed. So overall, there's just a sense of urgency that was created from both space and time. In Another World, it was a little bit of a futuristic feel, and you had to utilize different weapons within the space to defeat the enemies, and you had to be alert for the enemies just to see what you needed to do to defeat them, because if you got hit, then the game ended. Luckily, there were various checkpoints that you could refer to. So for the time, when you wanted to, it didn't really seem that there was a sense of urgency with it, just more of trying to stay safe, just to be the correct word. I'll try to get to the next checkpoint. Yeah, both of those games were pretty interesting. I didn't play them, I just did watch the playthrough of them. But yeah, definitely enjoyed the different feel of both of those games. As for my game, I'm putting some feedback into it, mostly just with noises. You'll get a positive noise if you make the correct choice. If you make the wrong choice throughout the game, I won't put a negative noise in there, just either no noise or some sort of neutral sound there. Because even if you make what might be considered the wrong choice, you could recover and actually win the game still. So it's not necessarily always bad to make what's considered the wrong choice at that time. The only time there'll be a negative noise is at the very end of the game, if you lose and are stuck in that time period, and then at that point you'll get an image of that time period and some sort of negative imagery, like depicting that you have died and yet you're stuck in that area. Then on the opposite side, if you make it to the end, you'll get the positive noises throughout, and then you'll get a picture of reuniting back in the future and some sort of celebration showing that you've won the game. Yeah, that's all for this week. Have a good weekend.